Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals. Major League Baseball on the show is next. Eric Fedde is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Nationals. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. A very fine afternoon for baseball. 67 degrees here at first pitch. And it's fouled away. The 2-2. Freezes him. A strikeout looking.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. And as a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right. Love seeing a guy that can work the inside with his fastball.
To the plate now, Anthony Rizzo. A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo. No offer at that one, and the count moves to 2-2 now on the Cub first baseman. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
D-Row, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same zone. His zone fluctuates a little bit too much for my liking during the course of a game.
With that, a look at the Cubbies starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matty, the guy I'm here to see is Big Chris Bryant. He's such a great talent, the kind of talent that can dominate a game, a perennial all-star, and win some awards. He's one of the best in the game today, and he's always fun to watch.
Into the box now, Chris Bryant. Bryant looking at a 3-1 count. Fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, they come in on the heels of a victory last time out, but they've been in a bad stretch recently, losing 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I always felt like these were huge games, whether it's earlier in the season or later in the season, to find a way to get to 500. You feel like you can start fresh and start pushing in a different direction. You cannot continue to ride that seesaw of win one, lose one. This team has to get hot. Starts today.
1-1. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Has a look, now the pitch. And a curveball swung on and missed, and a great call there as the inning is over. Cubs strand 1. Now it'll be Washington's turn in a scoreless ball game. Yu Darvish gets the ball in game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Trey Turner is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the first. Standing in now, Adam Eaton rolled slowly down the first baseline.
Going to be a long day if he executes like this, punching tickets right out of the gate.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Time now from our nation's capital to take a look at the Nats starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, Matty, I've been very impressed with Asdrubal Cabrera. He had over 90 RBIs last year. What a great season, but I think he could do even better. His goal this year, I think it's got to be 100 runs batted in. He's that kind of a hitter.
Stepping in now, Howie Kendrick. Oh, and this ball is raked deep down the line in left, but a foul ball. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Soler's after it. Oh, no, looked like he had it, but it goes right by him. So striding forward for his first opportunity, Juan Soto. And the confidence might be wavering at the moment. The last 10 or so ball games have been a real struggle for him. Dan Dero, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So nothing in the Washington half of the first. We're through an inning at Nationals Park, still scoreless. And that brings up Javi Baez. They'll get us started in the top of the second. The 1-1.
I got 2 on the count.
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo home run there for Javi Baez. Home run number 3 here in the early going, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
At the plate now, Jorge Soler. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And that's through for a hit.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
In now, Ian Happ. Had a good cut there, but he can't time the breaking ball. That evens us at 2-2.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Fouled away. Soler gets his lead at first, nobody out. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. And there he goes towards second. Now he tries to hold back on the swing, and the home plate umpire says he did so successfully. It's ball 4.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. The 2-2. In the dirt here. The runners will hold tight, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home.
Four foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
The next 3-2. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Eaton on the move. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away.
The third baseman, number 2.
Now at the plate, Nico Horner. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Name of the game out on the mound is to disrupt timing of the hitters in the box. He's certainly got this guy on the defensive.
Now the 2-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Robles waits on it. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And it's a sac fly and an RBI. It's now a 2-0 game.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
Back to the top of the order now, and standing in now, the power hitting second baseman Jason Kipnis. And he fouls this one off. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
These guys hitting aren't in first place by accident. They excel at getting out to early leads, so this is a big moment in this game. If they're able to...
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Stepping in, Eric Thames, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
So now to the plate, Starlin Castro. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And foul, though it had the home run distance. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen.
He's one pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs, I can't tell you what that means to the boys in the dugout.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And the throw to first ends the inning. Nationals gone in order. They trail it here 2-0. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the third. Heidi?
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Eaton going back, still going back, and gone up into the second deck. A solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo, number 14 on the season, and the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, in just a little more than 2 innings of work, he's given up 2 homers. Could be just one of those games for him. We'll see how much rope they give him. It's definitely getting shorter at the moment.
Digging in now, Chris Bryant reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Ball 3.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
Fouled off. And a sinker too far in here. He lost him on ball 4.
Well, it's obvious that earlier home run he gave up is still on his mind. He had him 3-2, but he didn't want to give him anything over the heart of the plate to hit, so we'll see if that walk comes back to hurt him.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Set. Here's the 3-1. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Tags there, and Gomes gets him trying to steal second base.
The batter, number 9.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And with it comes Javi Baez to the plate. And it's 1-2. Hard sinker misses. 2-2.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Looking up is the left fielder. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, and with it, the Cubs have moved out in front now 4-0.
Wow, nothing more demoralizing than giving up 3 home runs in the first 3 innings of a game. There's having a guy's number, and then there's absolutely owning him. This could be the latter.
Into the box now, Jorge Soler. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
And the sinker runs too low here as he loses him. It's ball 4.
Ian Happ.
So digging in now, Ian Happ. He drew a walk his first time up, and it's fouled away. A runner on first with 2 away. Hit hard to short. Turner has it to Castro at the bag, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Cubs 4 and the Nationals nothing. Striding in now for the Nats, Victor Robles, and they've got some work to do early on, down 4-0 already.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Count even at 2-2. Here it comes. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
Now at the plate, Yan Gomes. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Here's the pitch. Popped him up. Kipnis waits on it, and that's the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 7.
Into the box now, Trey Turner. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Adam Eaton would be next. And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of a steal when he's on base.
Adam Eaton.
Darvish a check on first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
That swing looked kind of out of control to me. Looked like he was trying to dial 9, but when you're down by 4 runs early in the game, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Oh, and this one's dangerously up and in as he hits the deck here. It's ball 3 now.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
And he may be starting to lose the feel here as that misses for ball 4, and that's back-to-back walks now with 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman.
2 men on, 2 out, and that'll bring in the first baseman, Howie Kendrick. The count now at 2-2. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call.
Wow, this is a pretty good at-bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work.
A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And no chance at a recovery here as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play.
Boy, you know, D-Row, every pitcher loves that. Shortstop does a great job just to knock that ball down, to keep it from the outfield, to keep that runner from advancing all the way to home.
Yeah, and as a former middle infielder, Dan, we love this stuff. This is what gets you jacked up, trying to save runs for your pitcher, give you another chance to execute and get us out of this inning.
2 out, bases loaded. Skied into straightaway right. Soler on the move. He's got it, and they get out of the jam unscathed. A couple of walks, but no damage. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our... Next to bat will be Victor Caratini. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. 2-2 to the Cubs catcher.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
3-2 now. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Now a foul tip straight into the catcher's glove, and he's able to hang on to record the first out of the inning.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it. So that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
Into the box, Nico Horner. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Lifted down the line in left. And no one will get this one. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Waiting his turn on deck next is Jason Kipnis. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
He's going to be pretty upset with himself about that 3-2 pitch. All you want to do in that count is make a competitive pitch, but that one wasn't even sniffing the zone, and he let him get away.
A ball and 2 strikes to Kipnis.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Good spin rate on it. Move on to the next pitch.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Well, that sinker is normally a really important pitch for him, but it really hasn't been effective so far. It just looks kind of flat.
And that jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. This is skied into short left center. Soto comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. 2-1. There's a drive out toward the gap in left center. And this is off the fence now out near the Washington bullpen. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Great piece of hitting here. Man on first, and they're playing him to pull, but he crosses them up and goes the other way with it, making the outfielder cover a lot of extra ground. That allowed the runner to come all the way around from first to score, and that was a great piece of hitting.
Now the National skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon.
Now pitching for
So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Fastball well outside. Line to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
This game is unbelievable sometimes, Dan. There's a bullet knock right there. You're expecting an RBI. He almost hit it too good. He can't even score.
Boy, too good is it, Mark. This is one right here. It just kind of gets out to the outfield. It's so quick that the runner not able to score from second base.
And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plane of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now. 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over. The Cubs get a run courtesy of Anthony Rizzo. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Cubs. Standing in, Eric Thames. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Happ is right there, 1 down.
now batting.
Digging in, Starlin Castro. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he fouls this one off. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Caratini gathers, and the throw is made to record the 2nd out of the inning.
The third baseman, number 30.
So 2 are gone now in the Nationals' 4th, and that'll bring in the switch-hitting former All-Star as Asdrubal Cabrera. Fouled off. Darvish pauses. 2-2 on its way home. And another foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. At the plate, Javier Baez. He went deep last time up.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at bat is 2nd home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
2 balls and a strike to Javi Baez.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at bat. One might be coming right here.
Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch out, 1 away. In is Jorge Soler. It was a walk in his last trip. A ball and 2 strikes.
1 and 2.
Two and 2 to Jorge Soler. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. Ian Happ will be next. Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. It's a solo shot for Jorge Soler. Home run number 5 on the year. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number one, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
To the plate now, Ian Happ. Ground ball right side. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
Now batting, catcher, Victor Caratini.
At the plate, Victor Caratini. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Now the 2-1 pitch is taken, ball 3.
You know, I kind of see why his ERA is so high coming into this one. He's just putting these guys in too many good hitters counts. That'll catch up with you real quick.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Robles waits on it. And that's the third out. Cubs tack on another courtesy of this solo home run. On to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Cubs 6 and the Nationals nothing. And back in our nation's capital, before we get too much further on the field, let's check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Now batting, catcher.
One gone for the Nationals in the 5th, and that means the catcher Yan Gomes bats next. Another full count pitch on its way. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Hit out towards second. Kipnis has it, and there's out number 2. Now to the plate, Trey Turner. It was a walk in his last trip. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. Nationals gone in order. They still find themselves down 6-0. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Jason Kipnis. He'll look to get things going here in the Cubs half of the 6th. A bouncer up the middle. Turner gloves it, and they are not going to get him at first. He's aboard easily.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around him?
And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out. Digging in, Chris Bryant. He singled his last time up. On the ground is short. This could be 2. Zips it to Castro for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. So no runs on one base hit. No. Adam Eaton digging in next. It was a walk in his last trip.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Ready for another shot now. Howie Kendrick, a hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. But he'll barely have to move out there and right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
The left fielder, number 22.
Here now is Juan Soto. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Darvish pauses and delivers. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Austin Voth comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. New inning set to get underway. At the plate, Kyle Schwarber in tight with the slider, 2-2.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
That pitch was way down on 2-2, but give the hitter some credit there. Sometimes with 2 strikes, you're more apt to expand the strike zone, but he didn't and held off on that one that wasn't even close.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
The 1-2.
2-2 the count. Three and 2.
6 runs, 10 hits. 1 error for the Cubs to this point. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Another full count offering on its way. Skied into very shallow right. Eaton is under it. He's got it 1 away. So in now for Chicago, Jorge Soler. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Robles waits on it. 2 down.
The center fielder.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center. 6th home run on the season for him as they've widened this lead to 8 now. These guys are really putting on a show here. That dinger brings the total up to 5 for the game so far. Amazing stuff today, guys.
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Row, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
Nico Horner would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Lifted in the air out to center field. Robles is in his tracks now, and he will make the catch, so that'll do it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. Get up and stretch. It's the Cubs.
starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. Perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Jason Hayward is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right. Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. This is well struck, high and deep toward the left field corner, and that's off the left field wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Well, the pitcher can't really worry about that one. I mean, it was only their second hit of the game, so he's doing a lot of things right. Let's see if he can leave him out there now.
Stepping in now, Starlin Castro. 1-2 now. Trying to strike him out for the third time. He struck him out the third time he's fanned in the game.
No hitter is ever going to feel good about taking the hat trick with 3 strikeouts in a game, but I will say he's not the first guy to have a terrible game against my men on the mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business for a reason.
2 balls and a strike to count. All even now, 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. Victor Robles digging in now. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. Hits this one hard the other way. Taken in by Kipnis. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. So swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
Now the payoff pitch home. Down the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. 8 runs, 11 hits. 1 error for the Cubs to this point. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Robles waits on it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
The first baseman, number 44.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Here's the 1-1 delivery.
Hey, this is a huge at-bat right here. This pitcher wants to end this inning and have 3, 4, 5 due up to start the next inning.
Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
3-2 pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here as this is a beauty to end the inning. More. Alec Mills is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 30.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
The batter, number 7.
At the plate now, Trey Turner.
Turner.
He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The right fielder.
In now is Adam Eaton. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. This is line to left, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock. So now with 2 away, the middle of the order gets to bat with opportunities on base. The tag, and they'll... Nationals gone in order. They're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Here's Chris Bryant now. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2.
Ball, back outside.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Skied into straightaway right. Eaton is after it. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
The batter.
Digging in and looking for more, Kyle Schwarber. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. A little bit outside. 2-1. Three and 1 to the Cubs left fielder.
And when you're already down by a bunch, this is where a guy's got to take some responsibility out there and at least start throwing some strikes.
Thought it was ball 4, but it's in there. 3-2. He loses him on ball 4. Striding into the box, Javier Baez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Albert Almora will come on now and pinch run here. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a base hit, and that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, I think it's safe to say the ice has melted on this guy. He had been cold coming into this game, but that being his 3rd knock, I guarantee you my man's smiling on the inside.
Wander Suero enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. In now, Jason Hayward. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Counts even to Hayward. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger. Ian Happ is on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
This is a pitch I think we'll see a lot from him in this game. The cutter darting in on the hitters in the opposite batter's box. It can be a real effective pitch when it's located well, and that one was right there.
The 1-1 home.
Aye.
2 down, runners at first and second. And he won't go after the cut fastball. 2-2. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Now a swing and a bouncing ball for Castro at second. On to first, and the Cubs squander what looked like a good opportunity as that ends the inning. Cubs strand a couple as the lead holds at 8-0.
Your attention, please. This change defensively for...
Here's Howie Kendrick. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. Juan Soto to the plate now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
But quick hands over there at third as he takes it for the second out.
The designated hitter, number 9, Eric.
Nationals down to their final out now. And in steps the lefty power threat, Eric Thames. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Ground ball right into the shift. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
Hey, not an easy thing to do right there, D-Row, with that stacked infield on the right side. To hit it through where the shift is, have to hit that in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, he found a good result right there, Dan. Pitcher actually executed.
And he'll put this one away, and with that, the ball game is over.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
8-0 the final today. The Cubs took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Yu Darvish notches his 3rd win of the year, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. Eric Fedde couldn't escape the 4th inning as he slapped with the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs, 8 runs on 12 hits.